Hold up.
Oh, hi there. This is Coprolalia. The podcast is recorded exclusively for Connor. This is episode 27. We'd like to welcome Connor to his favorite show. We are recording live from the Mexican security prison.
Yeah, Mexican security prison.
From Mexican security prison. We're joined by an inmate. Oh,
yes. So
Dom.
This chap I met on Facebook Messenger. He sent me a beautiful little picture of his penis. And I thought, I really want to know this guy. So it turns out he's in prison, so that's where we are now.
I thought you were 18.
Well, in some countries I am 18. You know what I'm saying?
I guess I struck the win in some countries.
I like that you could tell that much character just from a picture of his penis.
Well, it was really well lit, and I just thought, well, this guy obviously has an artistic eye for these things.
I drew a face on it.
I think it also said "No love, deep web."
You might be remembering two penises now.
Yeah. That should be a good segue into discussing death grips.
And how many dicks you've seen?
Yeah, well, plenty.
Two so
really?
Let's not hide. Lots of dicks.
That surprises me.
How come?
How do you come into contact with lots of dicks?
The internet.
Pornography.
Yeah, have you
Yeah.
ever...
Oh, actually, no. Yeah, that makes sense.
Also memes. There's a lot of dicks in memes. Have you seen Oh My?
No. Or at least if I have, I don't know it by name.
So a cheerleader is walking up to a guy. He has a nice face. He has a long face. This cheerleader walks up to him, and then I forget what she says, but she lifts up her skirt, and there's a big dick underneath the skirt. And the guy, instead of being repulsed or shocked, he just goes, "Oh my!"
I have not seen that.
I recommend it. I think it's quite funny. After you get like there is an initial shock for me, who's a straight cis male, white cis male.
Welcome to the show, straight cis white male.
Yeah. Yeah, I was a bit shocked by the big penis on that cheerleader, but not for prejudicial reasons. It's just a shock, I guess.
That was a bit of a surprise.
It's not what you're expecting.
It's
totally.
You know, you start. It changes your thought train all of a sudden. It's a bit of a shock.
That's a lesson 101 in subverting expectations. Is putting a big old dick on a cheerleader.
Star Wars subverted expectations, don't you think? The latest one.
Subverted. In what sense? Are you on the side that you didn't like it and you think it destroyed the series, or are you on the other side where you loved it and you think it's fine?
The series was garbage already.
I think it was a really fantastically amazing movie that also ruined the series, don't you think?
No, actually, I disagree. Like, okay, I enjoyed it on one hand. I did really enjoy the movie, and I saw it twice with different people. Like, not the same people twice again. So, in the second time, I maybe just saw it for the Princess Leia scene where she's floating out in space, because that has to be the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. There was plenty I hated about it, but at the end, it was... I had a good enough time that I'd sort of let that slide, and I think it's fine. As a movie, it's fine. It's funny to watch a lot of people lose their shit over it.
What destroyed Star Wars was Star Wars being Star Wars. Like, it's such a huge franchise, it couldn't possibly survive. It couldn't possibly be the thing that they wanted it to be. They couldn't keep making Episode 4 at the popularity that it got to now.
So George Lucas, right, has been designing that show, that storyline, and that universe for a very long time. And when you take it away from the creator, you pretty much invite a team of writers who don't know the universe very well to start applying all of this current day politics stuff in an attempt to make it really relevant, but that's not really how a universe works, I believe.
Yeah.
It's like as if this galaxy far, far away in a completely different time just has
through
the
the
same
same-
social issues as
Across-
our universe
across
currently.
multiple
Like, why is
planets.
that a necessity?
What kind of? Hang on a minute though. But what social issues that are highlighted in the movie that are sort of reflected in our society as well? Because I haven't picked up
Animal
on that.
rights is a big one.
First of all, wait, what'd you say, Ray?
Animal rights is a big one. They do a whole
Yeah.
segment that's really just for that.
Yeah.
Capitalism, yeah. In fact, weapons traders, well, I guess weapons traders would be in Star Wars, totally. But
Yeah.
jungle love is where I'm going with this.
Jungle Love.
What? Jungle
So-
Boogie. You're saying Jungle Boogie.
Jungle Fever, yeah, my bad, my bad. You've got. No,
What are you
actually, I have
talking
no
about?
idea how to repair this. What I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm
racist?
picturing sex.
Because I'm.
So,
Is it tongue-in-cheek racism? Is that what I'm hearing? Or
yeah, it is. it
yeah,
is.
sweet. Okay. Okay, so I guess that's also
Oh.
racist of what I'm thinking. Because when I hear jungle love, I hear racism. I hear a racist term. I'm sure.
Pretty much.
because there was a black guy in that movie?
Alright. Genuine criticism. Genuine criticism.
Go.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with Jungle Fever. Let me just move on from that point.
Or jungle boogie.
Or Jungle Love. Either way. I think so. So Ryan Johnson,
Jesus.
he wanted to insert a love thing,
Mhm.
a message that love is the ultimate
Oh, Jesus.
winner.
Yeah.
That love defeats all.
Yeah.
What actually really happened was Rose, the character that actually annoyed Chinese audiences.
Mhm.
She crashes her ship into
Finn.
what Finn, yeah, into Finn's ship. Right
Should
when
have
he's
killed them both.
right when he's about to save everybody,
Yeah.
and then somehow in front of a whole fleet of walkers, Finn just drags Rose across the entire battleground, just drags her in front of all the walkers back to the base.
It's actually a better example of why employers try and minimize employee relationships because it gets in the way of productivity.
Totally.
If she wasn't
Like-
in love with him, he would have saved all of them, and they would have had more than 20 guys to take on an entire empire in the fucking last bit. And like, oh, what do we need? It's like, oh, we just need each other. But no, you've only got 20 people and one ship. The fuck are you gonna do? They've got walkers just outside the cave that you escaped from. They're probably less than a kilometer away.
Yeah.
And they've got a fucking fleet above you. You're gonna need more than 20 people and a bit of love. Ain't gonna do jack shit. That's my problem.
And why did she love him? Like,
Uh-uh.
in
He was
fact,
cool.
their entire plot line didn't amount to anything. Neither did Poe Dameron's.
No.
This is why I called it subversive earlier,
Yeah.
because it's set up that they're all on this heroic mission, and then you realize everything they didn't matter, and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
actually the girl with the colored hair's master plan to just fool them all.
It is. It's an entire movie telling everyone to just listen to the boss, do your fucking job.
Listen to the
Like
girl
you're
with the
told-
colorful hair. She's smarter than you think. That's
Yeah.
the message of the movie.
She's in a role of leadership because she's a good leader. Poe Dameron fucked everything up because he didn't take orders, which he should have just been shot.
He had no idea who she was. How does he have no idea in
So-
such a tiny little
There's like 40
rebel
people. Yeah, 40 people on the capital ship, apparently. Anyway.
What are your thoughts, prisoner?
These are things that I didn't really focus on when I watched it. I was caught up with other stuff. So this is like I'm still sort of processing this and trying to decide if I agree with it or not.
Yeah, fair.
No, hey,
what
look. Oh, what were we gonna say?
What did you think of her hair color?
Oh, I mean,
I loved it personally.
I think it could have been a little. I mean, you know what I'm like. I think it could have been a bit brighter, but
Yeah.
a bit. It was a bit faded out. I think she could have had a better hairstyle, but
You
hey.
like to fuck bright colored hair, don't you?
It does. The hair was good bait.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that.
I got a lot of people angry. Like that whole character got a lot of people angry
True.
that she was there. And it's like you completely missed why the movie was bad. That character was just another bad character that really didn't
That's
really
why
do
it's
anything.
subversive. It tricks you into thinking it's not as bad as it is.
Yeah, everyone talks about Leia flying like Superman and the fucking pink hair lady when the entire rest of the movie is a mess from a story perspective.
Is it really though?
I think so, but like it's just because my biggest problem is nothing happened at all. The whole going to the casino planet didn't mean anything because it didn't work. So why did they even show it? Oh, to give us to build this relationship up between these two characters that we don't really like and don't really know, and they bond over this political message about saving the animals. I'm not even that worked up about it. I'm just rambling, but
No, fair enough. Fair enough. See, okay, so the things I really liked about it was the overarching theme of failure and sort of picking yourself up again from it. And the things that sort of got me, like, what I was really, immersed in was the story between Kylo Ren and Luke.
Yes,
That
totally.
was what was getting to me. I really liked that, the way that was handled.
Oh yeah.
The spoilers, if you have been...
Oh no! Yeah, okay, yeah. Say what you're gonna say, but I have.
Yeah. I hate it.
Gripes.
Yeah, it's okay. So the way basically, you know, you uncover the story. Not you, the audience, along with Rey, uncovers the story of how Kylo Ren and Luke had their falling out. And the first thing you get is Luke explaining that the darkness had risen in him, and he went to go and, you know, survey it, or, you know, see how bad it was. I forget the words he uses, but he goes in to see Kylo Ren because he senses the darkness rising in him, and he gets a quick flash of the future, and he thinks for a second that he can prevent it, but Kylo Ren wakes up, and then they fight, and then Kylo Ren destroys the what do you call it? The Jedi, I guess the Academy, and some of the students, except for the ones that swear loyalty or something like that. Yeah. Then you get Kylo Ren's side of the story, which was that he basically wakes up and finds Luke ready to murder him, and it's sort of that is actually what turns him. And then finally, there's a bit more to that, but I'm sort of struggling to remember it because it was a while ago. But there is.
Yeah, I think you're doing all right.
Then finally, you get Luke coughing up the rest of the truth, which was that you know, what he saw in Kylo Ren. You know, Rey explains that it hadn't come to pass yet, and that his mind was being manipulated. He had fallen to the dark side. The darkness had gotten Luke for that brief second, and in that moment he had failed. And then when he looked into Kylo Ren's eyes, that line where he says, "All I saw was a frightened student whose master had failed him." That really, I really like the way that whole thing was handled. That really struck a chord with me, and it
True.
was
The way you're explaining it actually makes it a lot better than what I had in my mind. But I'm gonna completely rip off another person's criticism here because I agree with it. Essentially, Luke was about to sacrifice himself for that tiny little bit of good in Darth Vader. Like he was he was going to die just for the possibility that Darth Vader would sort of
be redeemable.
Connect with that good side of his heart. Yeah, redeem himself. And it's the complete opposite, that Luke sees a little bit of dark in Kylo Ren and then just tries to murder him in his sleep.
Well, yeah, it corrupts him in the moment, but also he gets a flash to the future as well, which he doesn't get with Darth Vader, and Darth Vader is supposedly his father, as Kylo Ren is. Okay. I suppose Kylo Ren does have a relation to him because he's friends and his sisters. He's his nephew.
Yeah, they're family. Yeah,
they're family. So it's
So I like the concept that he was like corrupted for just a moment. I do think that's possible. I think that's, and especially considering Luke completely abandoned the Jedi entirely just shows that his psyche was a bit weak or something.
But at the same time, like his reasoning was pretty good too when she comes to him, and he basically just explains that he's discovered that the Force doesn't belong to the Jedi, and it's their vanity that makes them think that it does, and that's how they always fail everybody all the time. Like that was I felt that. You know what I mean?
Failed. They did fail in the first movie. They failed bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the first movie, they're like, yeah, let's just train him because Qui-Gon just said so, you know, like.
Yeah. Qui-Gon.
They all completely felt like it was a terrible, bad idea, and then they were just like, well, yeah, Qui-Gon said so, so.
Qui-Gon was seduced by how powerful he supposedly is, so yeah, let's do it. He's the boy from the prophecy. It needs to be done.
And he immediately turned evil, so.
Yeah, I think I've had this discussion with friends a few times. Although I do really love the prequel movies for their quotability and meme content.
Oh yeah,
that it has been the highlight of my life this year. We have a whole thing on about just Star Wars shit posting. It's like the best thing ever.
Are these friends of yours in prison, or
yes, these are friends. There's a whole prison culture behind it. Some of them have Anakin tattoos on their ass. It's pretty cool.
So you can kiss Anakin. You can kiss Anakin when you kiss their asses.
Yeah. When you're eating ass, you can also eat the brooding darkness that is within him. It's like a metaphor, but it's also or
totally.
It's a metaphor, but you're also eating ass.
It makes ass eating nastier and like more emotionally like dense.
I'd like to get a Jar Jar Binks tattooed on my butt, and each of his ears is draped over one cheek, and his face is in the middle. That's my contribution.
It'd be amazing if you could sort of rig up some method for a giant tongue to come out of the hole, so it.
I've already got the giant tongue up there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Cut down a cow's tongue. Just narrowed it down, put it up there.
God damn, dude.
What we talking about?
In the prison. We're talking about Star Wars, I believe.
Oh yeah, I can continue with the tangent if you want, or if you want to.
Continue. Sorry for interrupting.
No, absolutely. I don't see an interruption. It's I can't talk right now. It's adding to it. Anyway, so I'm gonna stop that.
Arse eating is good content. That's podcasting 101.
Yeah. So I was just the corruption in Anakin. It doesn't happen immediately, but I think. God damn it, George Lucas sort of wanted to convey that the events in the other two movies, these sort of events in his life that turn him to the dark side, but he doesn't do it very well. But
like that nest of Gundarks.
Yeah.
That's where it all went wrong.
That's where everything went down.
That's when he realized that Obi-Wan was weak. Really weak. Because he had to save him from that nest of Gundarks.
That one line, there was so much malice behind it. You fell into that nightmare, Master, and I had to rescue you. That was the point when he flipped. That was the sound of the dark side taking over.
I had to save my master. He was too weak.
My master. I had to save my master. The straw that broke the camel's back to the dark side.
So, have we all seen the trailer for Solo?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
So just quickly. Red Letter Media, did you see their original? Did you see their two bits about it? They posted a reaction to it before it came out, and they just pretended to react to it. They just
the Falcon.
Yeah, and they just put like insert trailer when it's released here onto the original video, and then when it released, they did it again, but they put the trailer in, and they were pretty much spot on. Fucking incredible.
Those guys are very funny.
So yeah, the ability to take a single line and then somehow draw this entire story out of it. When Han Solo says this can do the Kessel Run in 12 parsecs or whatever bullshit.
Yeah, I think you got it spot on.
Because now you need to add the spice mines of Kessel. Like that's just That's
like that,
how
though.
they're going to write this thing.
I like the idea that they can take one line and do a whole movie out of it. Like Jar Jar saying, "Misa banished." Take that. There you go. There's your next film.
I would
right
love a Jar Jar spin-off. Yes.
That'd be amazing, actually.
Telling the story
chat
of his
show.
banishment. Him a clumsy little Gungan in the Gungan city.
there. Just him working in a shop, and it's a rom-com.
Just- Yeah.
It's a rom-com with Jar Jar Binks working in the Gungan city, and he's really clumsy. He's always doing those classic like Rob Schneider kind of bits, and he's just like falling over like, oh my god!
That's a huge bit.
But it does the huge Star Wars turnaround where he's eventually abandoned from the city and he has to say goodbye to the woman that he loves. And he's left feeling like sour and unhappy and like his life is worthless. And then he bumps into this Jedi.
Yeah. And then the screen shrinks into a bubble around his eye, and he winks, and then the credits roll.
It should be like Romeo and Juliet when Romeo is banished and he comes back to the Gungan city to drink poison, but it turns out
In
that
this,
I don't
they're
know
all
why
dead.
she dies. Maybe she just. We haven't seen a female Gungan yet, have we? I'm
Yeah.
very curious about this.
No, we have not.
Do we know that?
the-
Do we know there are female Gungans?
They might be a unisex species.
That's interesting. We need to research this.
Go on then.
There's just so many questions that are raised with Star Wars, and that's what makes it a good universe.
I'm actually googling female Gungan. If
Well, until some idiot goes on and then answers those questions. And
oh my god, there is a lot of female Gungan fan art. This
Oh jeez.
this is
This-
actually what the internet's for. If you don't know,
Yeah. What was the?
There-
What were we talking
my
about
gosh.
before? Oh yeah, Solo movie.
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so this was gonna be my original point at the start of the video, and then we actually got onto critiquing the films. But okay, now that we've touched on episode 1, most people hate episode 1, right? At least most fans of Star Wars despise episode 1 and also number 2, and usually
Any
don't
rational
for-
thinking human being as well.
Yeah, they're not good, but I love them because I was a kid when I
yeah.
first saw them. So there's lots of
Yeah,
good,
they're
lots of
fun.
fun bits.
Let's face it, you either need to be a child or someone who is willing to forego general logic to enjoy it.
Yeah, of course.
Well, no, you can enjoy it, but if you're honest, it's not a very well made movie. But that doesn't mean you can't
Right.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're not going into it for excellent cinema.
That's true. Yeah.
But no one watches Home and Away for excellent drama. No one goes in thinking that's the goddamn Godfather. They watch it because
Some
it's
do.
tried.
yeah.
Well, yes,
Okay,
there are
yeah.
always
with
there
the
are always idiots.
emotional depth of like a 6-year-old, yeah, some do.
All right. Well, we're talking rational people, yeah, rational people who can enjoy Star Wars
Yeah.
Episode 1 just as they can enjoy Getaway or that's a
So
different show.
here's what they can enjoy.
Yeah.
I get to decide what they can and can't enjoy. with Star Wars. Here's what they can enjoy. There are some moments in Star Wars that if you remove the context, they're just visually very interesting and fun.
Yeah.
I really enjoy
Pod racing.
pod racing is fucking great.
That
And
should have been the
video-
whole fucking film. They should have just done Anakin as a pod racer, and that's him. That's his young story.
It takes
great.
up a large portion of the movie.
Does.
But see, with Qui-Gon being this fucking ridiculously irresponsible gambler, and anyway, what you can enjoy, the choreography of the fight scenes is fun and silly. The character design of Darth Maul is great.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the costume.
However,
The costumes in the
his
entire
character is written very poorly, and I don't think there's any depth to him at all. He's just he doesn't even say anything. I think no.
He says a few things.
He says like, "They're on Tatooine."
He was played by a stuntman. Like they couldn't give him too much. He wasn't an actor.
Yeah, but who was an actor in that movie?
Liam Neeson.
I'm just joking. Yeah, Neeson. You got Gregor.
Oh
You're
yeah,
fucking-
Gregor and Neeson.
You and McDonald.
Yep.
There are things to enjoy, but plot wise, it isn't enjoyable. Like you can actually smile and be lulled by the visuals of it, but you can't I don't think you can squeeze a drop of enjoyment out of the plot as it's written.
I agree.
That's what I'm trying to say. I believe, like, anything from a neutral perspective is... What am I trying to say? Basically, you are not enjoying the writing. That's not what you're enjoying when you watch that movie.
Oh, you're not enjoying the quality of the writing. You're not enjoying the writing for its quality.
Yeah,
if you were enjoying the writing, you're enjoying the writing because it's very silly and
Well, but even...
puts a smile on your
it's
face.
not that silly, though. It's actually incredibly bland.
That's what makes it silly.
No, but that's not true. Like, I think you need to convince yourself it's silly to even enjoy it.
I think it's also worth noting though that it's still a Star Wars film, so there's so much to go along with it. So, like, probably 50% of the people who are watching it know everything else about Star Wars, have watched the other Star Wars movies like maybe 20 times each. So they can't go into it with fresh eyes, and they can't go into it not knowing all this other background shit. So there's little throwaway lines that will tie things to other things, and they adds little depths to the universe. Yes, bad writing.
They're trade disputes, and then they're voting in senates. Like,
have you seen Star Trek? Star Trek's
I can't see it as silly. I just have to see it as some guys watched too much Fox News and then thought that actual drama revolves around these things.
Yeah.
Actually, this is a little bit off topic. Speaking of off topic, but have you seen the Christmas special?
Yes, I have seen the Christmas special.
Yow, 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 yow.
Hey!
We got Joel. So, Joel, we're actually in a prison right now.
Probably noticed on your way in.
No, we're not in prison for... we're in prison to visit... have I called you Dom?
You've called me sweetie a few times, but not in public.
Well, this
Just
is
while eating
Sweetie,
ass.
and we're in prison visiting him.
It is fine for you to call me Dom. I really don't expect you to keep that behavior up in public.
Yeah, so Dom's a prisoner in this prison, and we've decided to visit him.
Nice. Why are you in here, Dom?
I actually work here.
But you're in a cell. A locked cell. We're all in a locked cell.
I am conducting a social experiment where I go to prison
I'd fucking believe you.
after I do something very bad to my niece
Ooh.
and send some illicit pictures to some people on the internet.
Yeah, but that's actually what attracted me to you.
I like the use of the word attract. Heh. Well, anyway, that's that. How are you?
Well, this podcast came to a screeching halt. We've spoken for half an hour on Star Wars now.
Yeah, pretty much. And what do you think of a Jar Jar spin-off movie, Joel?
Fuck them!
Good to
Fair
have you
enough.
here, Joel.
Alright. So,
That's alright, man. You're forgiven.
we're here to talk shit, boys. So,
That's true. That's the title of this podcast. So for anyone in the comment section that comments on the quality of this podcast, fuck yourself.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think we're allowed to just insult our audience.
yeah, fuck them.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck you, Connor.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially you, Connor.
Whoa. Let's just cut that out. Good edit.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Should we blank the last name? I think that's...
Nah. Does anyone know his home?
No doxing.
Does anyone know his home address? Can we read that out?
I'm gonna go say hello to his dad, and be like, "Fuck!" Tell him to say "fuck you" to his son.
We actually haven't edited any of these podcasts, and this is the first one. We'll have to do a slight bit of editing.
I'm not going to edit
Pardon
shit.
me.
You're not gonna edit.
Just gonna edit this right here.
All right.
Only one person listens to this podcast.
Yeah.
Anyone, and he's the person we just insulted. Like, what's he gonna do? Is he gonna go to his own house and fucking slit his throat?
Yeah, he just like starts sending like really terrible letters to himself, just like full of hate.
Gonna start a war
I can
between
see
our
him
fan.
doing that.
We love you, Connor.
They don't love you like I do. I can't give you what I can.
He's a
I'm done.
prison experience. His ass eating game is on point.
Oh, I accidentally
Oh.
switched off my internet for a moment. I'm back though. I
Jesus.
was lucky. I was lucky.
Good thing I'm the one recording.
Yes. Very good. Very good.
We've spoken about Star Wars all goddamn day.
Yep. What do we got next?
Well,
Choose from that list of topics we decided on before the show.
Yeah.
Sure. No,
Let's
we
talk about
didn't do it.
Ghost. Do you
Ghost?
believe in ghosts?
Oh, this is good actually.
I'll start off
In
with
Ghost singular.
Have you ever been haunted by a ghost?
I'll start off with a no. I don't believe in ghosts.
Have you ever been fucked by a ghost?
Dude. One
Didn't-
time I fucking swear that I got a blowjob from a ghost.
Was it good?
Yeah.
Or like, did you come?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
You hesitated there for a second.
Yeah.
He was building
Yeah?
up to it.
Yeah, dude.
You gotta
Whoa.
build up to it,
Alright.
Tom.
Well, if you're gonna build up to it by telling me that you got a blowjob from a ghost, the
Yeah.
first thing I'm gonna have
Well, do
is
you believe in
questions.
ghosts?
I don't at the present moment, but if
Yeah,
one said,
well,
"Hey, what's
I-
up, fool?" I would suddenly believe in them.
I don't even see the point in telling you then that I got a blowjob from a ghost. You didn't even believe
I'm open
But
to
that-
having my mind changed.
No,
If
but
you just want to,
But that's
No,
your
I'm not-
first.
I'm
That's
not-
what. This is,
not too bad.
what? Too bad. No,
I only,
hang
I
on
only
a
talk to
minute.
other people that know ghosts, alright, dude? So,
All right.
I
I'm dropping it.
have a story.
yeah, just go back to
I-
your prison cell.
No. Let's listen to the story. Let's just.
Oh yes, okay, my story. So I don't generally believe in ghosts. However, I believe in creepy, weird shit that's unexplainable. But anyway, I was in bed one day. I was at my friend's place. We were more than friends, but I won't go into details.
Ahoy.
I started hearing this noise. It sounded really fucking unsettling. It was like, I'll try and do it. It was like,
Yeah, let me
I was
let
like,
me take a
that
crack at
is-
it with a bit of reverb.
sorry.
Is that what you're talking about? Bit of that?
Something like that. Very nice. Very nice. That's- that was it. What the fuck?
Keep telling the story. Keep telling the story. I'll keep doing this. And a bit of depth.
Jesus Christ.
I
Looks like
suddenly
Rye,
believe in ghosts.
Rye has been possessed on air.
Yep.
See you, Rye.
This is. Wow.
So anyway, I went to go check out this noise because I genuinely did not like it. It sounded like a little boy's voice, and it almost started saying hello.
Hello.
Yes, like that. And it turns out, and as soon as I looked at it, it was a cat at the back door. As soon as I looked at it, it started meowing like a normal cat. But before I saw it, it sounded like a boy going, "Hello, hello."
That I was expecting that to be stupid, but that is actually terrifying.
Yeah,
I-
that's fuck-
This cat though, the cat was like trying out different noises to get attention or something.
Yeah.
It was really just not
No,
a good feeling that.
It's trying to hide its true nature from you. It didn't know you were listening.
Totally. When it saw me, it was like, "Oh, it's a human."
Oh shit!
I make the cat noise for them.
I am a cat. Meow.
It was strange. It was fucked.
Maybe they can talk to each other and they just don't let us know that. They've learned English.
Well, they communicate, but it's not language.
But maybe it is. Maybe it is now.
I don't think
Maybe
they
it
need that
is.
sophisticated of a language to communicate what they need to.
I genuinely believe cats are fucking idiots. So
Yeah, for sure. Domesticated animals in general are pretty fucking. I hate to use this word, but I think it's pretty appropriate. Retarded, because we made them retarded. We've done that by inbreeding them and fucking them up over generations.
yeah,
That's why dogs.
just generally,
That's why dogs
Sorry?
are fucking idiots.
yeah.
I've got some pretty smart dogs. They're a bit too smart for their own damn good.
No, you don't though. You're comparing them to dumb dogs.
Well, hang on. What validates smart? Or what? Yeah.
Sudoku.
Able to make 1 hour long video reviews to The Last Jedi and posting them on YouTube.
That's like bare minimum sign of intelligence.
That's my measurement for intelligence.
I would argue that's not a measure of intelligence at all.
Ooh.
But also, name an animal that can do that.
Marmoset.
Yeah.
Prove it.
The homo autistic,
The human being.
the human being.
I kind of wanted to talk about fucking spooky stories more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're not
yeah.
done.
totally.
Yeah,
a
who's
little
got
tangent.
spooky stories?
I have none.
I've done mine. Come on.
One time,
Yeah.
me, Liam, and Luke were all hanging out
Nice.
down in Taradale.
Woohoo.
Ooh, for a Christmas party. And we got a fuckload of glow sticks, and we were like cooking them on the barbecue for some reason.
What?
Yeah, I don't know why that happened. And then they cooked their socks because they got really wet. Anyway, we went to this like really like little foresty bit, and it was really like enclosed and stuff. So we were splitting open the glow sticks and spraying them around everywhere and stuff.
Dude, I did that with Luke and Liam as well. Is that just the thing they like doing?
I guess probably. And then we're hanging down there, and we're just chilling, talking, and just talking shit. And then out of nowhere, we hear like something hit like a drum barrel, and then just like footsteps running off, and we're just like,
Whoa.
what the fuck? And I like freaked the fuck out, and then I ran.
Quick analysis of this story. Sounds like you inhaled a lot of glow stick fumes.
Yeah, there's bleach in that shit.
Yeah, it's probably why I have MS.
So, folks, please do not cook glow sticks on a barbecue.
Or socks, because the socks get holes in them, and you'll ruin your socks.
Everybody is going to leave this with a gem of knowledge
Yeah,
now.
they're all furiously writing this down.
Do not barbecue own socks.
Next time I see Connor, if he's barbecuing his socks, I'll just be like, "Ugh, you didn't fucking listen to it, did you?"
We'll have to do a test.
You missed an episode, didn't you? You fucking idiot.
We should
Also-
put in little tests in the episode, and then take him out, and then to see if he uses the knowledge that we gave him in the episode. That'll find
Another
out. If he was
lesson
listening.
is don't use public stoves because kids put dumb shit on them.
True.
Were you kids when you did this?
Yeah, did you do that?
Yeah. We're like 14 or something.
So you
Shit.
I miss those years.
So there was
Yeah.
that glow stick shit on the barbecue then.
Melted plastic, even.
Yeah, well, they just started cooking glow sticks on them. And they're
Fucking
just
hell.
like, dude, it glows brighter when you cook it. And they just put shitloads on there, and they glowed really bright.
Some family cooked burgers on that probably the next
Oh, they would have
day.
cleaned it pretty thoroughly. Like,
Yeah, it would have looked fucked when they.
Yeah.
They would have been like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? And then they would have just been like, well, let's just put this cleaning detergent stuff on it that they're gonna end up eating off anyway.
Yeah, detergent's a little less bad than glow stick shit, I'm sure.
I think there's bleach and glow stick stuff. However, so my experience with the glow stick and Liam and Luke, I think we were on acid at the time. I'm pretty certain of this. We're in
I don't think Luke would have been there.
No, he was there. He didn't take acid though. He's
Yeah.
pretty staunchly anti-drug. But this was in Newstead during a festival, and it actually looked amazing because it was nighttime. They had the glow sticks. They were like biting into them and then just spraying them around, like flicking them. So little flecks of glow stick was covering everything, and it looked like this thin layer of like cartoony snow was just sitting on top of everything. It was visually incredible. And then Luke got a whole bunch of it in his eye, and I had to try and direct him to the river to try and wash it out.
Oh Jesus!
And I got lost because I was pretty hard. So I just said, "Look, listen for the river and head towards the river." And I just like ended up falling in a bush and just lying there.
That's
Was
how
that the
you,
last time you ever saw him?
yeah, that sounds like you drowned your friend.
Yeah.
No, he
Listen
he
for
actually
the river.
he thought it,
It's the worst idea to tell a fucking someone who's tripping on acid. Find running water.
Oh, dude, it was crazy because he had his eyes closed, and I was like directing
Oh my
him.
God.
I was getting him to walk.
You
I was
fucking
just like,
moron.
there's a thing in front of me. There's a I don't know where we are, man. Can you just listen for it?
That is such a vivid, like just the fact you're both on acid and you're just saying something so creepy,
No,
like listen
he-
for the river, brother. Like
He wasn't on acid. He wasn't on acid. He probably had a few
yeah,
beers.
right. No, yeah, you mentioned.
In fact,
that.
he was drunk. He was drunk, and earlier that night he'd been he was trying to meme people, but like crossing a line. These are people who are walking to and from their campsites like by themselves, and he's running up to them saying 1v1 me faggot in Counter-Strike and shit like that. And they were really like they were genuinely like freaked out by him because he was running in circles around them yelling 1v1 me Rust
No.
faggot. Yeah, that's a guy who
Should have
goes
drowned.
to lengths to meme. Yeah. In
Luke.
fact, he could be dead.
No, I was talking to Luke the other day.
Oh, okay.
Well,
He's just
that might
motorbike
tie
around.
into our ghost story idea. He might have died.
Yeah.
I think he died a long time ago. Actually, he's just been hanging around as a ghost.
Maybe he gave you a blowjob.
Dude, maybe.
Man, this has all come full circle.
It's true,
Yeah.
because when we got home from throwing glow sticks around, we all passed out in Luke's bed and watched Forrest Gump and just did not say a word the whole movie.
Ah, fuck.
Do you reckon Forrest Gump probably like barbecued his socks as a younger kid?
Maybe. It
Maybe.
would have been just like, well, these are warm.
What's wrong with heating up
spot
the
on.
socks on the barbecue?
Yeah.
He should have listened to this podcast. He would have learnt.
Yeah, Spielberg, get on it. Sequel.
I've never seen Forrest Gump.
Oh,
Neither.
Is it?
all right,
Necessary?
interesting.
is it
I
necessary
believe
to
so. So it's about you don't really know what's wrong with him, but he's a little bit socially or mentally under the weather, if you know what I'm saying.
watch? That sounds like
He's
he'll
just
get
a bit-
better.
He's just a slow boy.
He's a slow boy,
Yeah. I think
But-
that's on PC.
but he ends up achieving really incredible things, and he tells his story on a bench.
Which
Yep.
the Wikipedia says he's slow-witted. That's
Very
Yeah.
slow-witted. It's Tom Hanks, after all.
I think I like Tom Hanks. But
I like Tom Hanks.
Kind of what I've
Yeah.
enjoyed him in.
Toy Story, bro.
I don't know, 'cause I haven't met him. Just the way he is in movies, you never know, man.
True. I have
That's
seen
true.
interviews. He seems like a pretty friendly dude.
Has the
Yeah.
has the music stopped there, Giles, for you?
Oh shit!
I'm not
Yes,
listening
it
to
has.
Cool. Let's get that fixed.
All right.
Man, the production quality on this is just fucking astoundingly good.
Listen
Well,
for
if
the
we-
river, my child.
I'm actually gonna make that the soundtrack.
Should I check on the Rhino outfit, and then I can send you a photo of it?
Did you
Okay.
did you get that? Did you buy it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
fuck it.
it's at my house. It's just sitting here.
Oh,
I should put it on.
Well-
Next time I come to your house, Giles, we'll definitely do something with it.
Yeah, I reckon that's a good idea.
For our one listener, you can look out for some video
Yeah.
content coming soon.
It'll be a channel. It'll be a channel trailer, pretty much.
And if received well, maybe we'll do more.
Yeah.
God knows no one watches these podcasts. We're gonna have to do something else.
Don't alienate those who do want to watch it, right? Come on.
I'm very happy to alienate every single one of our goddamn fans.
Just in case you're 1,000 people watching this, it's okay. You're allowed to.
If you're 1,000 people watching this podcast, can you comment below and just let us know that there are listeners?
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers. I reckon we should read letters.
Yeah. Sweet.
I reckon Joel should have a letter. I reckon.
Joel got a letter?
Nah.
Alright, I'm gonna read my letter. That's what I'm gonna do. What we gotta do? We gotta fucking open this shit, don't we?
Hey Dom, can you tell me where the kitchen is? I need to make a peanut butter sandwich, dude. I'll be back.
It's just down the hallway to your left.
Thanks, man.
The door's locked though, so you have to get the key from the basement.
It's alright. I'm like an entity or something. I just appear out of nowhere. Just like,
Oh, I guess that's not a problem. Just look out. I think somebody left the vacuum cleaner on. That might be a problem for you. It'll like suck you up and imprison you.
I think I found it.
Okay.
Okay. It's bloody letter time in this prison, if you haven't twigged onto that theme. Dear Riley. Incorrect name. Are you a country fan? Big time Twitty fan. I'm a tweet boy. Big Twitter is what they call us. What's his name? Conway Twitty? Yeah, Conway Twitty. Big Twitters is his fan base, and I am that. Us country girls make do. I love my cornfield. I'd plow your cornfield. I love my local bar, and everyone knows the sheriff's name. Okay. The other day I was smoking my Marlboros and listening to Willie Nelson. And isn't it dangerous to be playing on the road again? He could be hit by a car. Anyway, any proud moments where your art made impact? Sincerely, mystery country girl fan, winky face. It's funny that she drew an emoticon in this letter.
It's just the current trend these days, pretty much.
So she
hand drew one.
Yeah, they hand drew an emoticon, a little winky face emoticon.
I mean, if you don't have the anyway, yeah.
I don't see any text box to reply to this letter though, so I can't really answer any of her questions.
Yeah, there was a question.
Never mind. Time when my art has impacted someone. I get pretty sad about it a lot of the time. Does that count?
So it's impacted you.
It's impacted me quite extensively. I'm quite miserable a lot of the time, and I think that's a pretty good, big reason for it.
That could impact people in your life too, though. Like,
Yeah,
by
you could bring-
indirectly.
You could bring everyone else down.
Yeah,
is true.
you could be that guy. Oh, you want to be that guy? Would that be fun?
I think I am that guy.
Oh.
So this is a big waking up point for me. So I'm going to try and enjoy my artwork a little bit more. So thank you,
Stuff,
mystery
good
country
stuff.
country girl fan, winky face.
I'm back.
Excellent.
Hey, how's your sandwich?
Actually, I only had the fucking crust left, so I've got crust.
Damn.
Mm.
All right, I think I've got a letter here. Let me begin the opening process of this letter.
Oh yeah. You know what letters sound like.
Dear Gilly McGilly, which is my real name, and I don't know how they figured that out.
All the pieces
Just a
are there.
small-
They just had to put it together.
Just a small question about last week's episode. If you have the ability of time travel, first of all, we didn't have an episode last week because Rye spilt water on his laptop.
That's a good point. Whoever whoever wrote this letter wasn't paying attention.
If you have the ability of time travel, why didn't you stop the Titanic crashing or even stopping any worse disasters like World War II? I think it's quite arguable whether World War II was a disaster or not. Thank you very much. Do you enjoy... Sorry. Alright.
Nah.
Do you...
Keep going.
Damn, just read the goddamn letter.
Do you enjoy the chaos and the anguish? Yours faithfully, yourself from the past. That's how I knew my real name. It's actually me writing this letter. Oh, time travel is a head fuck. So yes, the reason they asked whether I enjoyed the chaos and the anguish is because they already knew the answer to that question. I've just what's the term?
Yes.
I've just called myself out on enjoying chaos and anguish. So I think I let the Titanic crash because there's more entertainment value in it crashing than it surviving, and I think that's pretty much the only reason.
Imagine all the people who've given their lives to discovering secrets of the Titanic and making those little documentaries.
James Cameron might not have ever made a movie with Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet.
It's probably full of like a bunch of rich assholes anyway. So
true.
Yeah. Think of all the jobs it made. Like, think of all the jobs people who worked on that film versus all the rich cunts who died in the boat.
Totally.
I think we clearly came out on top.
The money.
And I think we also realized that women and children first is a policy of entitlement that needs to be addressed. I think.
Is that the message of that film?
Yeah. Apparently, the maritime law is women and children first. Don't you think that's a little bit privileged?
Yeah.
Entitled?
But
yeah, it kind of sucks, hey? Like, imagine if you were...
Not women and children.
Yeah. Imagine if you were on the Titanic and then, like, this guy was just looking at you and he was like, women and children only, man. And you're just like, dude, we're all gonna fucking die. And it's just like, doesn't matter, bruh. Women and children, you know? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The heart, man.
Was the Titanic just one big gym?
It had a swimming pool on it.
Dude, you know what? I can't get in here because I'm on that much cocaine right now. Drive a fucking boat out of here. You see that? There's fucking icebergs in the water, man. I'm not getting in there. Fuck that, it's cold. I'm just gonna stand here.
I would actually genuinely find it funny if one of the lifeboat rafts also hit an iceberg and then sank.
Hit the same one.
People dying. Jesus.
So
I believe...
What a way to die, though. In the middle of fucking nowhere.
Ice cold water, yeah. On one of the largest ships that was also called the Unsinkable.
Yeah.
Whoops. Let's only put enough lifeboats for 20% of the population of the boat. That's a good idea.
I wish that had been the tagline for the Titanic. Just whoops.
All right. Well, I feel like there's one more thing we can talk about, and then I have a task to attend to.
All right,
nice. Cool. I'm gonna grab the tub of peanut butter real quick. I'm just gonna eat spoonfuls of it.
All right. Well, how about we haven't plugged anything in a little while.
Yeah, true.
I guess we're just plugging the same shit to the same one listener every time. But Giles, what are you up to there, boy?
I'm actually making a comic.
Oh yeah, I saw a little hint of that.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
It's going to be a long project, but I'm pretty excited about it, really.
Excellent. Don, you working on anything?
I also do weekly drawings with Joel.
Yes.
We might even upgrade that to a couple times a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever on the uprise?
Can I join in on that one time? That's on that little
yes,
that's on that funky
definitely.
internet thing, yeah.
We've done one with Dom before too, back before he was in prison. In fact, what the hell? I already know you, Dom. It wasn't a dick pic that
ignited our relationship.
Yeah.
Or your interest in me.
Yeah.
Dick pic was the final straw, though. Had to see him.
Yeah.
Well, I think I realized he was in prison when he sent me a dick pic. I was
That's
like,
not
wow.
One time, one of my friends, who's not my friend anymore, tried to show me a video of him putting a dragon dick in his asshole. So,
Oh. That's... Oh.
And this has been Coprolalia.
Yeah. I think I've seen that video too. I think someone showed me it.
yeah,
Who just shares that around?
my friend.
Your ex-friend.
Some people are pretty shameless. I mean, I don't know if shame's the right word, but they're not afraid.
I would definitely have an adverse reaction.
I feel
if
like they have problems with
Dragging dildos in their butt?
social boundaries of certain people.
Well,
Yeah.
they wear a collar and identify as a dog, don't they? And they want to fuck dogs, essentially.
Yeah.
Well, wait, is it actually dogs that they want to fuck, or is it like some...
I believe it is. No? Okay.
Just animals in general.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Mostly
doesn't-
ants throat.
Doesn't discriminate. Fucking any animal will do it.
Some
General.
horses will actually desire to be fucked by humans. This has been Coprolalia
Yeah, this
podcast.
is. let's fucking end
I've
this.
decided, Dom, that I'm gonna bust you the fuck out of this prison. All right.
oh.
Open this goddamn door.
This is actually happening.
All right. I'll be back, guys. I'll be back. I'm going to the control room.
What is he doing?
Hey, you there! What are you doing? Stop right
Oh
there!
fuck. Oh fuck.
Put your hands up there, boy! Now.
Fuck it all.
Oh, this is taking a lot longer than I expected. Oh, there we go. Oh, fuck all the bloody
All right, we're
business
getting
has
out of
gone
here,
now.
boy.
Fuck! Fuck it! I hate women! The statement is free! I'm gonna rape like crazy! Yes! Yes! Oh, fuck!
Allahu Akbar.
I'm also gonna.
Bob Visma.
I'm also gonna leave.
What's another one? Alot Akbar, Bavisma, Heil Hitler.
We've really got the time to figure this out, Joel. So keep going.
Bar Mitzvah, Al Akbar, Heil Hitler, Alot Akbar, Bar Mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah.
Yeah. Bar Mitzvah. Like the Jewish holiday.